What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sneak Attack, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to be a reseller. We are Sneak Attack and we upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Make sure you guys subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos. Reselling is a pretty big part of today's sneaker culture. Obviously, you got tons of huge stores like Urban Necessities, Mag Park, Riff LA. Those stores are really great to get some of the shoes that you missed out on, to get some of your grails, and they're good places that even sell your shoes and do stuff like that. A lot of them have Keymasters where you can win shoes for like $5. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys how you can make some really good money selling your own shoes. So obviously the first step is to have a shoe to sell. Shit. Now, how to get a shoe to sell. Basically, if you want to get a shoe to sell, you're gonna have to know the market. And what I mean by that is you're gonna have to know how much shoes go for, what shoes are hot, what's not hot, so what to pass on and stuff like that. So obviously in this day and age, Boost is where it's at when it comes to what's really hyped. You have Yeezys, you have Ultra Boosts, and those are the shoes right now that are the most hyped. Obviously Jordans still have resale value, not like dissing them at all. They still have good value. Basically you just gotta know what's hot right now and what's gonna sell. The next step is obviously to get the shoe. This part varies among a lot of people. You can either just get lucky on releases, get a shoe and then flip it, or if you know somebody that could just hook you up every time, that's even better. Basically, you're just gonna wanna get a shoe. So let's just say you have a shoe, you were able to get it on release day, and your main intent is to flip it. Just for example purposes, let's say you get an Ultra Boost 3.0. So you get it on the release day, you don't wear it, you haven't worn it, and then now you wanna sell it. Now, on a side note, you can also sell used shoes or non-dead stock shoes. So if your shoe isn't dead stock and you want to sell it, I mean, as long as it's not beat, you can definitely sell it still. So the one thing I recommend is shoe cleaner. Very, very important. You want to make sure you clean your shoes if they are used and you want to sell them. Obviously, you have a Crep Cure like I have right here. You know what I'm saying? You got your brush. You can get Jason Mark, you can pretty much get anything. Just make sure your shoe is clean if it's used and you want to sell it. All right, so let's go over the places to sell your shoes. So first off, you have things like Facebook groups. Now, Facebook groups are a pretty good place to sell your shoes. A lot of bigger cities have Facebook groups where people buy, sell shoes, or trade shoes and stuff like that. And you can go ahead and post up your sneakers on there to sell them. The next place to sell your shoes is you can consign them. So like I was talking about before, you can go ahead and go to like a consignment shop if that's available in your area. So for example, I'm in Sacramento, so we have a consignment store called Kicks Unlimited. So basically how they do it is you just go there with your shoe, you show them like, hey, I'm trying to consign this shoe, and then they make you fill out some waivers, signatures and stuff like that, show your ID, and they set up your consignment account on their system. And then you should show them the shoe, like here's the shoe I want to sell, and then you get to give them the price. So basically say you have a Ultra Boost 3.0, obviously this isn't dead stock, but let's just say it's dead stock. Say I have dead stock Ultra Boost 3.0, I want to sell it for $220. And they're like, okay, $220. They put it for $220, but the catch, it's not really a catch, but the catch is they take 15% since it's selling through their store because they have to make some money off of it. So the benefit of doing it from a consignment store is that it gets brought to a wider audience. More people are going to be able to see your shoe and has a higher chance of selling pretty much. Because if you do it on a Facebook group, it may not get to as many people as it will if it's through a consignment shop. So basically you fill all that stuff, you give them the shoe, and then usually they'll just give you a call or an email if the shoe sells, and then you can go ahead and pick up your check. It's really that easy. Once it's consigned at the store, all you do is sit back, relax, and just wait for it to sell. And if it doesn't sell, you just wait, like I think it's like a 30-day buffer period. You have to leave it there for at least 30 days. At least that's how it works at my local consignment shop. And then you can just take it back free of charge and it's all good. And you can just do whatever. Other ways of selling shoes are you can just straight up sell the shoe to the consignment shop. They might not give you the best price because obviously they're gonna sell it for more, but it's a way faster way to just get some quick cash if you have a shoe you just wanna flip right away. That's basically some places where you can sell your sneakers. Obviously, if you have somebody who can, who's willing to buy from you regularly, you can just sell to that person. Stuff like that. Social media is really big on selling sneakers. Instagram, Twitter. Talking about Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook groups, obviously you're gonna be posting your own photos. And it's very, very important to have some really good photos of your sneakers. You wanna make sure you get the shoe from all angles. You wanna get the bottom. You wanna be able to get the sizing tag on the inside because that's very important. You wanna get pictures of the box. You want to get pictures of the label of the box. The reason why you want to have a lot of pictures is so people know that your shoes aren't fake. So first of all, if you're selling fakes, get out of here. Sneak Attack does not mess with fakes or people who sell fakes. But anyways, you basically just want to have pictures of both of your shoes from a lot of angles. You want to make sure you have really good lighting. If somebody requests you to take a picture of something, then you should make sure you're able to do it. Don't say, oh, I can't do this because this and that, this and that. If somebody requests a picture of a part of your shoe, make sure you do it, because more than likely they're just trying to figure out if you're a real seller, and they want to figure out if your shoe is real. So if your shoe is real, you should have nothing to worry about. Go ahead and send them whatever picture they want. That is very, very important when it comes to selling shoes. Now also, you can also sell on eBay. Obviously eBay takes a cut from your revenue since they are a business and they have to make money themselves. I really don't recommend selling from eBay unless you're like an established reseller with like a very big stock. If you're not really like a big reseller and you're just someone who likes to resell the shoes here and there to make some quick money, I don't recommend eBay. The places I recommend to resell are Facebook groups, consignment stores, or through people you know personally. So when it comes to putting the description of your item up for sale, you're gonna wanna go ahead and make it very descriptive, make sure all the information is there. So you would say the full name, like Adidas Ultra Boost 3.0 clear gray, size 9.5. So people know exactly what they're getting into, and you have all your really good pictures that we talked about before, and you wanna talk about your price. So like I said, let's say you're selling this for $220. You wanna go ahead and put $220 or best offer. If you're willing to negotiate your price, people from Facebook groups and social media and stuff like that, they might try to negotiate the price. So if you're firm with your price, go ahead and put $220 firm. But if you're willing to negotiate a price, you can go ahead and put or best offer. And basically they'll probably try to shoot your money down a little bit. So if you're gonna go ahead and put an or best offer option on your listing, I would recommend to put your price up a little bit more. So let's say you wanna sell the shoe for $220. Go ahead and list it for like $230, $235, so that whoever is gonna buy it, they'll give you an or best offer of $220, when in reality $220 is what you really wanted. Just a little trick when it comes to selling shoes. Anyways, let's say you have your listing up, you have your detailed description, your size, you have a lot of great pictures, it's up on social media, people start hitting you up about the shoe. You're gonna wanna make sure you communicate very well with these people, because these are people that are gonna be giving you money, you know what I'm saying? These are the people, basically they're your customers. So you're gonna wanna be in constant communication. If you're willing to drive to them, you make sure you let them know, because that's a very good thing to do. Best thing to do is to meet in a very open place, meet at like a Starbucks, meet at like the mall or a consignment store. And basically you're gonna wanna meet somewhere with the security cameras, because when you're dealing with people on the internet that you really don't know that well, you just never know, something bad might happen. There's been horror stories about people getting shot over sneakers, which is just completely unnecessary. No one deserves to lose their life over a pair of shoes. So make sure you meet in a public place, somewhere with cameras and stuff like that, where you just feel safe. Go ahead and communicate your prices with people, negotiate, you can turn people down, this, that, or whatever you want to do. But once you find someone that wants to buy it, make sure they're legit. Let's meet somewhere and then meet them. A lot of people bring a friend with them just for, like I said, security purposes, just like so you're not by yourself and you don't get jumped or something like that. And just be real friendly, make it an easy transaction, and it's all good. So let's go ahead and recap what we talked about today. Number one, getting your shoe. Whether you're buying a shoe from a store, getting lucky on a raffle, you guys all know where to get dope shoes. When you're reselling a shoe, you wanna make sure you get it for retail so you can make good profit. On the other hand, if your shoe is used and it's a shoe you have and you just wanna sell, you already know, make sure you clean your shoe to make it presentable. Make sure you put like sneaker balls in there so it doesn't smell like ass. And you just wanna make your shoe look as good as it can if it's used. And if it's brand new, then you have nothing to worry about. Places to sell your shoe. So going over places to sell your shoe, like we said, consignment stores, probably the easiest place to do it, the least work involved. You hand them the shoe, they sell it, you pick up the check. Really simple. Selling it yourself, a little bit more complicated. You can probably get a little bit more money doing it. Facebook groups, social media, stuff like that. You already know how it works. We just talked about it. And when it comes to selling it yourself, make sure you take really good photos of your shoes. Make sure you have a detailed description. Make sure you set the price the way you want it to be, whether it's a firm price or if you're willing to negotiate that price. Next thing, make sure you communicate very well with your customers. Let them know what you want. Let them know where you want to meet, stuff like that. If they want more pictures, make sure you provide them with that, because if your shoes are legit, you should have nothing to worry about. And the next thing is, if you're gonna meet up with somebody, make sure you meet up in a safe place, bring your friend with you. You just want to make sure it's a really safe and easy transaction. Like we said before, there's no reason anyone should get hurt over a pair of shoes. It's just not worth it. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just shoes. Hopefully you guys got some good info out of this. Reselling is always going to be part of the sneaker game. So make sure you guys follow these steps if you want to be a reseller or if you just want to sell shoes here and there. That's going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you guys for watching. We are Sneak Attack and we upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure you guys subscribe down below, like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.